other than that, I mean, just so pretty. I mean, California's unpredictable if no one lives in California. I'll let you know that right now. California has different weathers all the time. I mean, it could be winter, but yet it feels like summer. But then when it hits summer, it's summer. And it's really hot. Sorry, I had to turn off my radio. I am so over this traffic right now. But in California, that's all it seems to be is traffic. Even during times you wouldn't think there's traffic. But I just got done with my doctor's appointment. I had pain management. On a good track with him, with my pain management doctor. Excuse me. Fibromyalgia, excuse my language, is a bitch. Anybody out there that's had fibromyalgia, you'll know it's not the easiest thing to deal with, but I really like the intelligence of the two doctors that I have for pain management, his assistant and then my pain management doctor himself, on eating healthy. Eating healthy is the number one thing to help any pain in your body. I know it sounds stupid because for years I thought the same thing, but turmeric and ginger are the most important things that you want to put in your body. And then also apple cider vinegar. If you do 2 shots of apple cider vinegar and an 8-ounce glass of water, you add lemon. Lemon is really good in moderation for nerve pain or any other kind of pain in your body. And then if you still can't taste, you can still taste the vinegar, add a little bit of honey, and you drink that once or twice a day. And I've been on, let me find my Juiceology. And with this juice, let's see, you have beet, apple, purple carrot, cranberry, turmeric, ginger, and then 24% of fiber. And then there's also whole grain nutrients in it. And this one for me, I can taste the beets in it, and I cannot stand beets. I don't understand why anybody in the world would want to eat dirt, and that's what beets taste like. My father, on the other hand, loves beets, so good for him. But for me, I can't stand the taste, and I haven't been able to find anything yet to mask the taste of beets. And I will give you guys a taste, even though I can't stand this, and it's so hard for me to drink this because I feel like the only way you're gonna get this down is to chug it. But it sucks because when you chug things, like, I don't know, for me, like when I chug anything like this, it just puts a pit in my stomach and I feel like I want to throw it. So it's not too bad, don't get me wrong, it's actually not that bad, but it's pretty bad. that taste is not good at all. But anyway, so if anybody has any questions about fibromyalgia, I've been dealing with it since I was 18. I am now 30. I've been on narcotics for about 12 years with other medications, and that's why I am working out and eating healthy and just trying to stay active. I know it's hard to stay active, especially if you're working. Right now I'm not working because I did lose my job due to losing my job partially to medical stuff. But it's been a long road for me, and it's been hard. So, to say the least, I'm very, very dependent on my medications. Some people can sit there and say it's an addiction. Sure, why not? People are addicted to food. People are addicted to soda. I mean, it's whatever you put your mindset on. But for me, with the new doctor that I have, we're trying to get to the point where I don't have to take it. But yeah, it's going to be a long and hard road because I've been on them for so long. Trust me, I just want my life back, especially to try to have a child. I'll get into that in another video on, having this disease and trying to have a family. But I did want to start this video and say that how rude are people? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how freaking rude people are. Like, I was driving right now in Corona, because that's where my doctor's office is, and I'm on my way back to Moreno Valley. But I cannot believe that this car is like stopped in traffic, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? There was a dog in front of her car, and she's just trying to go around it. And it's like, okay, the people behind you don't understand why you are moving. Like, don't you get that? Like, what if the person behind you is one of those jackasses that wants to speed around? You know what I mean? They're gonna end up freaking hitting that dog. Like, get the hell out of your car and grab the dog. I mean, if I would have had a chance to do it, I swear I would have, but I was in the far lane and there was so much traffic, there was no way I was getting back to that dog. And I'm just hoping that someone stopped and got that little dog, because it was so cute. It was like eating something in the street. But I don't understand people at all. I mean, everybody's always in a hurry. They're always in a bad mood. You know what I mean? They have issues. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, for me, since I've been trying to start my new life on just being happy and healthy and just trying to get back to who I was when I was younger, like 18, before all this disease started, I don't want to, I can't, not even I don't want to, it's just I can't be around drama and negativity. It bums me out. And for anybody that has fibromyalgia, you know, stress and anxiety and just getting upset is the number one cause to cause you extreme pain. And I don't want to be around it. If you got bad vibes, move on. I'm not trying to be around all that right now. And it just seems like there's a lot of people in this world that are just unhappy. It's like, for me, I've always been, it'll work out. It'll all work out. Why am I stressing about it? Everything always works out. Everything has a reason. Like, why are we taking years off of our lives trying to rush to get to work or trying to do things that we have no control of? Like, right now, I'm sitting in traffic. I hate traffic. Anybody can say that, I'm sure. You guys out there, like, I hate traffic too. Most number one, like, depressing thing in the world, you know? But for me, it's like, there's no control. I have no control over this. You know, I have none whatsoever. So turn the music up and just get in a good mood, sing along to it. Maybe get in the car next to you to sing along. You know, just be in a good mood. Make the situation better, because there's nothing you can do about it. You have no control over it. You know, there was one comment by a gentleman, Jeffrey Huff, and he wanted to know what's the difference between prescription drugs and street drugs. Well, it depends on how you look at it. If you're buying freaking crack off the street, obviously you're doing something illegal. It's a very hard situation to get into, honestly, because there's so many ways you can spin it. If someone's buying pain pills off the street because they have shitty insurance or they have no insurance, or the doctor's not listening to them, that they're in so much pain, or they've been set on a schedule of how many they've been taking for so many years because that's how they can deal with their pain, it could look bad to one person, and to another person it could be like, I understand, you know what I mean? I can say, for one thing, it's really hard to get doctors to listen to you. It's super hard, because you could sit there and tell them you have so much pain in your body, it feels like there's a little man chopping at your legs or your back or whatever, and they're setting them on fire with a blowtorch, you know what I mean? Like, there is so many things you can tell a doctor, and the doctor still won't believe you. For years, I had doctors not believe me because they didn't see the pain in my face. I have a very high tolerance for pain. So you're not going to see it in my face. I could feel like shit inside, excuse my language, and you're not going to see it on my face. You're not going to actually see how I feel because I have a high pain tolerance. So for doctors, they have to find out, okay, who's telling the truth, and then who's, making things up, who just wants it for their drugs. And now you have freaking Donald Trump over here saying he's going to cut off all the pain medicine and do all this and yada, 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 yada. And it's like, look, do you remember, because I remember, but do you remember about 6 years ago when every single doctor in the world was passing them out like they were freaking candy? I remember, because I remember you could go to freaking 5 different damn places. Oh, great. And, oh, thanks, asshole. What a dick. Dude, I need to get over. You're not gonna let me over? Well, fuck you too. Thank you. Sorry. Car stuck in the middle of the freeway with emergency flashers on, and I don't understand why no one lets anybody in, or that car couldn't move to the side of the road. Like, anyway, so let me get back to what we're doing. Can't believe that guy really, for a living. He just, literally, he sees me putting my car in that lane, and he just zooms by me, and then the jerk off that was behind me just zooms around I'm a defensive driver, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna get where I need to go, but we don't need to kill people in the process. Jesus, that's what I'm talking about. What is wrong with people? You guys are just so anyway, I have no idea where I was though. But Donald Trump doesn't understand that 6 years ago, doctors were giving out pain medication like crazy, where the insurance wasn't just covering, a certain amount every single month. You could go get as many as you wanted from different places, and it was fine until they moved it up to a different schedule of whatever the medications are. I mean, they put Tramadol on there, which honestly, Tramadol is not a narcotic. I will tell you that right now. I have taken Tramadol, and it's not going to do the same thing for you as Dilaudid, morphine, Norco. It's not going to give you a high at all. It's a high class freaking Tylenol. I wish the government would understand that ain't helping nobody. I don't know if any of you guys out there know this, but they give Tramadol to dogs after they've had surgery. They don't even, honestly, they don't give dogs any, high strength medication because they don't want them being loopy, and, just not eating and not moving around because, as you know, once you've had certain surgeries, you need to get up and walk around, and it helps you heal faster. So they don't want dogs to sit there being all freaking drugged out of their mind, so they give them high-class freaking Tylenol. Where the hell did y'all come up with the fact that, excuse me, that freaking Tramadol is a narcotic? I would like to see this. I would like the explanation on that. How did you come up with that? Because Donald Trump's over here talking about how he's gonna freaking take narcotics away and he's gonna stop the shenanigans and all this. Really, Donald Trump? Are you gonna start sending people to rehab? Because some way or another they're gonna end up getting those pills, and I can tell you that for a fact. That some way or another they're gonna end up getting their pills. They're gonna drive over to Mexico, or they're gonna freaking do whatever the hell they have to do to get their medication, because people are dependent. People are dependent on this stuff. So what are you going to do for us, Donald Trump? Are you going to sit there for our people and tell them, hey, we're going to put you in a rehab, and not some stupid ass state rehab? I'm talking about one of those high class freaking $30,000 rehabs. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if anybody told me right now that, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, you've been on your medication for too long, so we're going to cut you off and we're going to send you to a state facility, someone's going to be getting slapped. Someone is going to be in a lot of pain, because there is no way in hell you're going to send me to some state facility that's either going to give me Tylenol to go through withdrawal, because I've been through one of those and it sucks. Your whole entire body is like in pain. You feel like you've been ran over by a car. You're throwing up. You're nauseous. You have a headache. You're hot. You're cold. You have diarrhea. You have no idea what the hell is going on with your system because you're detoxing. Okay? So there's no way in hell you're going to send me to a state facility that either gives me Tylenol or methadone, or I believe that's the only one that they usually give you is methadone or Tylenol. And then I'm going to be stuck on methadone, or I'm going to be in a shitload of pain to where I'm dying. They say, oh, that went down hard. They say it only takes 5 to 7 days. This is what I've been told before. 5 to 7 days to, go through withdrawal and detox from any, opiate that you've been in. I'm going to call horseshit on that. Because I went 5, then 7 days, and I toughed it out. And I felt the same way I did from day freaking 1. So I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. And I'll tell you right now, you try to go to a hospital, I'm going to say county hospital, and ask them for help, nausea medication. Back then, when I was going through it, they even could have given me tramadol, because tramadol was a freaking narcotic at that time. And, to help ease what the hell I was going through, they don't give you crap. Oh, you're going through this? Oh, okay. They just think you're a drug addict. And it's like, if Donald Trump wants to really do this and do this successfully, then he needs to realize that this is his damn country. And if he's going to run it, he better treat his patrons better than he's freaking thinking. Because there is no way in hell that you're going to sit there and tell these people that they're freaking drug addicts when this is the doctors that they've been trusting in to help them, and then you're going to pull that? No, there's no way in hell. Because, yeah, people, I guess, like me should be considered drug addicts, but the thing about it is, let's say, take somebody that's doing meth or heroin on the streets, okay? And then you have somebody that's on prescription drugs because that's what their doctor said, okay? So you're gonna sit there and put them in one freaking category? There's no way in hell. I've never honestly done any street drugs in my life. I've never had the urge to do it. I've seen too many people in my family die. Too many of them have died from overdose. Or not overdose, just I can't explain it, but too many of them have passed away from drugs, and I've seen their lives go to shit because of it. So I've never had the urge to do that. But now I'm sitting here finding myself in a situation where it's like, I wish I can go back in a time machine and change everything that I went through. Everything. But I can't. So now I have to move on and change my life for me, not nobody else. I don't give a crap about anybody else changing it for her. I need to change it for me, because if I'm not happy, how the hell am I supposed to make anybody else happy? I've already lost a marriage over it. And people in a freaking category. That's not gonna work. You know, and I want to know your guys's comments or questions on it. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think you can put a drug addict from the street and a person that's on prescription drugs in the same category? Can you? My opinion is you can't. You cannot put them in the same category. They're not. They may be the same in certain ways, but they are not the same. By all means, they're not the same. And you know, when I was 18, 19, when all this started, I didn't know what it was. Back then, they didn't know what fibromyalgia was. And now they came up with it. And sometimes I think that it's just crap. But I feel pain. Don't get me wrong. I feel a lot of pain. But I don't know. It's not that I'm in denial that I have fibromyalgia. Because believe me, I was ecstatic in 2013 when I found out, you know, what I had after so long, because all my stuff started back in 2008. So, I was ecstatic because for so long, you know, they just kept telling me I was crazy. It's all in my head, you know. And then they finally, one doctor put me on the pain medication, and I didn't think anything of it when I was younger. I honest to God did not think anything of it. I thought, you know, maybe it'll help with pain, you know. Maybe it'll do this and that, and it's hard. It's hard when someone's in so much pain and you can't do anything for them. It's really freaking hard. But at some point, you have to sit there and figure out what's the best for you. And I've tried getting healthy before and doing all this stuff. I mean, I'm not freaking huge right now. I look huge because I got 2 jackets on. But I was so young and thin in high school, you know. But that's when I was active. And see, that's the thing. Like I was telling you, you gotta be active. Gotta eat healthy. Turmeric and ginger are your friends. And it's funny because I grew up with, Jeanette, you know, I call her mom. I've known her since I knew her since I was 13, and she just passed away at the beginning of the year. And she was always telling me, Crystal, get on the turmeric, do this, do that. And you know, for a while there, I did spirulina. I did. Spirulina is a algae, and you can buy it in a little package, and then you just take a couple teaspoons of that, and you put it in apple juice, and 1 whole apple, and then like half a teaspoon of cocoa powder. So you do two teaspoons or tablespoons of the spirulina. And then you put all that in like a Ninja or a blender or something. You have the Ninjas are a little bit better. So if you have like even one of those generic ones, or the Magic Bullet, something, you have one of those, throw it in there. I'm sorry for the glare, you guys. So throw it in there and just juice it up, and you drink that 2-3 times a day, and I swear it makes a difference. And you know, I was so skeptical when she told me about it, but it honest to God makes a difference. It's really good. And I'm sorry if there's like a weird glare and stuff going on. It's just so sunny out here in California. But yeah, it really makes a difference. And that's the thing. You behind. Leave something good behind. Don't be like, oh, here she was. You know, she liked her movies and her couch. Like, like who wants to be remembered by that? You know, change the world. Go out there and do something. That's one thing I have been missing a lot of lately is just volunteering somewhere, doing something. And, you know, I thought about the animal shelter, but for me, I can't do the animal shelter because I would be so sad to see all those little animals there. I'd want to take them all home. But, you know, you gotta do something, you know, volunteer at a homeless shelter or something, you know, be nice about it. But other than that, you know, finally at my, whoa, we're gonna have to change that. That's really bad. This one help? That's it a little bit. But finally at my pharmacy. And I really want a cigarette, so I think I'm gonna have a cigarette while I'm talking to you guys. I know it's really bad, but I am a smoker, and I'm hopefully trying to quit because I tried the Chantix. Chantix is terrible. Don't try it. No, I'm just kidding. It's different for everybody. For me, it made me really sick. I felt like I was pregnant again, and made me really, really nauseous, and I had a super headache, and I just felt like crap. But right now I'm gonna get the patches and try that. Hopefully that works, because I've been smoking for just as long as I probably have fibromyalgia. Or at least the pain. Probably about 10 plus years. Who knows? It ain't that long. But so I want you guys to give me a feeling on, or question, any kind of videos or discussion you want me to talk about. Go ahead and throw it out there. But I do want to know what you guys think about everything I've asked, all the questions that I've asked, you know. And oh, there was one more thing I was going to tell you guys about. So this will give me another question you guys can help me on. Companies that are actually ripping you off. Okay, and what I say about that is, we all know we get ripped off by companies. It's just a thing. We all get ripped off by them. But the one thing I want to know is, you know how a company has a special, okay? So excuse me. So I'm gonna sit there and tell you what I'm talking about real quick. So okay, I went to Little Bambinos. I don't know if you guys have anywhere else. I know in, you know, Southern California, we have a couple Little Bambinos. We have a couple in Reno Valley. I ordered pizzas one day for the family, and you know, they say they have 2 large topping pizzas, breadsticks and wings, I believe it was, and then there was no soda with it, but it was 2 one-topping pizzas, the breadsticks and the wings, okay? And they sell it for $13.99. But the thing about it is, I had already ordered all I really wanted, let me just say this, all I wanted was the 2 pizzas really and the breadsticks, okay? So adding that up, minus the wings and stuff, it only came out to like $13 period. Or not even that, it was like, well, yeah, it might have been 13. It's 10. Yeah, so about $13. But when the lady minused the $13.99 for the special, I added everything up, and I literally am telling you, it was legit $9 that she took off. And I was thinking to myself, how the hell are you charging me $9 for some wings? So think about that. Throw that out there. Are you really getting a special? Are you really getting a deal? You know, even when you go to the grocery store, are you really getting a deal, or is there something better? Like, just think about it, because these companies, I'm telling you, they rip people off in different ways, and it's like, people don't think about it. Like, I was at Stater Brothers, right? And they have the 24 pack of water for $1.99. Okay? But for $3.99, you can get a 34 count. What's better? Pay $2 more and you can get a 10 count? Or buy 2 of the 24 counts. See, these are the things you have to think about. For me, I bought 3 of the 24 counts. But last time, I bought 2 of the 34 counts. And I feel like that was better because it doesn't matter if you're spending that extra money, you're still going to spend the extra money on CRV. So it just depends on what you're doing. You know what I mean? So, there's my thought for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions or you want me to discuss something or break down something, you know, I do a lot of my research. I'm very intelligent. But I love reading, so I know a lot of stuff. So if there's anything you want me to discuss and have a little chat on, let me know. Have a wonderful day, you guys. And this is Crystal Talks Truth. And see you guys later. Bye.